So I've just explained in the last video what free trade is. So versus protectionism is the other side of things. So protectionism is when a country tries to stop foreign imports, okay, to protect their country. The reason maybe why they might try to put a ban or like a stop or a tax on a particular good coming into their country and try to put barriers up so that to stop goods or to tax goods is because if you have like locally indigenous, so an indigenous business we know again is a locally owned and run Irish business. So if a country feels like the imports from a cheaper alternative may be damaging their indigenous businesses, their local businesses and firms, they may put a stop to goods coming in, or they may put what's called a tariff. So that's the first. So these are the ones here. So we have, how would you stop goods or put a limit to goods coming into your country to protect indigenous firms? Well, you can put a tariff, so it's a tax on the goods that are coming in. So that company, let's say in England, will have to pay an extra tax to send the goods to Ireland. Could put a quota, so the government might say, okay, only going to import 700 computers every month. So they might put a limit on them. So then it can be better for Irish firms. They might put it in embargo, which is just a complete ban on all foreign imports, which is something that Cuba and the USA have done before. Okay, it's not that kind of common though. And then subsidies. So the government might then, to protect these firms, they might give them like subsidies, these indigenous firms, to kind of, try to produce their goods cheaper to compete with other companies outside of Ireland that are shipping their goods into Ireland. Then there is arguments again for protectionism. So, like if a government decided to put a tariff on goods or to put an embargo or subsidies, there is good reason to do that. Okay, I know the products, um, won't be as cheap, but it protects jobs and kind of it limits the amount of um exports that we purchase in again and improve and balance of payments and so on. So I'll let you read through them yourself. Then just trends, so different things that are happening in international trade. Okay, so the World Trade Organization is a body responsible for kind of regulating and looking kind of in the area of international trade. So that's the World Trade Organization. They kind of look at different things in relation to trade. Trading blocks then is another kind of trend or development in international trade. It's when like a group of people or a block of people trade with each other freely. Like the European Union is a trading bloc. It's a bloc of countries which trade together. Another one then is developments in transport networks. So, this is another trend or development of international trade. Countries are improving their transportation and motorways, so therefore they can get to the airports quicker. Like we have Dublin Port, the Port Tunnel. So that was developed so that because when we started to ship goods, imports and exports, we needed a link from the the port onto the motorway. So we create the port tunnels. This is another trend that countries are doing. And then the last one is it improves the development of ICT because we're doing conference calls with different people all around the world if we're trading internationally and we're making payments online. It's developing ICT, so they're the trends. Now, the IDA is a government agency responsible. It's the Industrial Development Agency, and it's responsible for attracting foreign companies into Ireland. Okay, so the IDA is actually up there in Coolock Industrial Estate, and you'll see like they're just basically a company. They're run by the government and they're funded by the government, and it's their responsibility to attract businesses to Ireland, to locate in Ireland, and to have their head offices in Ireland. Now, we don't see much about IDA on the television or in advertising because it's different countries except for Ireland that see all advertising from the IDA because again the IDA is responsible for attracting foreign investment